let's go over the follow-up for the big Bray Wyatt and Alexa Bliss WrestleMania moment. So we already went over what happened at WrestleMania. Bray Wyatt also provided more context with his latest tweet. Bray Wyatt posted a picture of Samson and Delilah. For those of you who aren't aware, let's quickly go over the story of Samson and Delilah because it's important. Samson had this strength and superhuman power. However, he did have a weakness, and that weakness was his hair. Samson made the mistake of opening up to Delilah and letting her in on the secret that his hair was the key to his power. He'll be nothing if he shaved his head. Delilah made note of that and used it later on to betray Samson and had his head shaved during the night. Bray tweeted out that story to provide better context for what's happening right now with Alexa and The Fiend. The Fiend was this monster with super abilities and all these other supernatural elements. He let Alexa Bliss in, let Alexa get close to him, and basically revealed everything to her. Similar to Samson and Delilah, The Fiend revealed his secret and his weakness to Alexa Bliss out of trust, but she ended up using it against him and betrayed him. We get to Raw and we have a brand new Alexa's Playground episode. Some great storytelling here. Alexa takes us back through her whole storyline so far. She described her days of being the goddess, Alexa Bliss, as her days of being lost. That's when the darkness, the Fiend, took Alexa Bliss in and cared for her, looked after her. She became obsessed with the Fiend and thought she would be nothing without him. Due to Randy Orton's burning of the Fiend, Alexa Bliss was forced to experience life without the darkness. Life without the Fiend. Like we saw on a few Raws after TLC, Alexa was desperate and emotional over what happened to the Fiend. That's how much she cared for him. But as time went by and the Fiend never came back, Alexa started to get more comfortable and realized that she's capable of doing things on her own. It was Alexa Bliss who single-handedly brought the Fiend back to life. So that act alone really brought up Alexa's confidence and probably made her realize that she doesn't need the Fiend or Bray Wyatt. That realization by Alexa Bliss led to her WrestleMania decision to turn on the Fiend. She figured him out and used everything she knew to distract him and take him down on the WrestleMania stage. Was Alexa Bliss trying to drain the Fiend of his powers at WrestleMania? Did she succeed? That's what we all will have to find out. But back to Alexa's Playground, Alexa reveals that she has unlocked something even more evil. Alexa looks over to the other swing, and we see a doll that looks like it's wearing Alexa's attire and has a Fiend-like face. Alexa reveals that her name is Lily. The Lily name does have a lot of connections to some very dark figures in history, so that's most likely what the name Lily is referencing. The doll comes to life on screen to close out the segment. So, the introduction of Lily is pretty intriguing. Is this the official introduction of Alexa's Fiend character and alter ego? Will Lily eventually fully come to life and be played by Alexa Bliss, similar to how Bray Wyatt plays the Fiend? Or will Lily be portrayed by another woman on the roster? There's a lot of great Raw talent in the women's division that's not being used right now, so you could give them the role of Lily as well. You never know. So for everyone that was saying Alexa Bliss would go mad from all the power, your theory was right. The power has gone to Alexa's head and she's still dark and twisted, but she feels like she no longer needs the Fiend and Bray Wyatt, which is great. Knowing WWE, there was a fear that Alexa Bliss would just go back to normal after breaking up from Bray Wyatt. But it looks like Alexa Bliss is keeping the dark character, which is absolutely amazing. There's a lot of fans out there that want the old Alexa Bliss back, but you can't deny that this is the most interesting version of Alexa Bliss, and the character continues to be the hottest thing on Raw. So it's great to see WWE continuing to take her in this role, even though she split from Bray. Now, we have Lily on the way as well, which is another thing to look forward to. Firefly Funhouse is back with the original puppets and Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt doesn't directly respond to Alexa Bliss, but he throws a few subliminal jabs at her. Bray mentions how it's great to be back with his true friends, a jab at Alexa Bliss for being a fake friend towards him. Bray Wyatt takes another shot at Alexa Bliss towards the end of the Firefly Funhouse, where he says, "There will be no more clout chasing," basically calling out Alexa Bliss again and accusing her of clout chasing and only being his friend to get clout and to get access to everything he had. But besides that, Bray didn't say much to advance the story or really respond to Alexa Bliss directly. A lot of fans were a bit disappointed that Bray didn't respond in deeper detail to Alexa Bliss. But like a lot of fans pointed out, this was only the first episode back for Bray Wyatt. It was literally the first Firefly Funhouse of the year, so we do have to give it some time. We can't get everything we need in the very first episode. This was just the reintroduction to the Firefly Funhouse. The episodes in the following weeks will likely include more dialogue directed at Alexa Bliss. So for this week's Raw, Alexa's Playground definitely gets the slight edge over Bray's Firefly Funhouse. Alexa gave her full explanation, introduced Lily, and it was a really solid episode. We didn't hear Bray's full side yet, but it's likely on the way. Bray and Alexa are feuding now, but it's still a bit unclear what exactly we're building to. Are we building to Bray vs. Alexa? The Fiend vs. Lily? It's hard to tell. Does Alexa Bliss get her own new male friend to go up against Bray's friend? Or does Bray find a new woman to take her spot and go up against Alexa's Lily? Lots of possibilities here. We don't know what matches we're exactly building up to here quite yet, but the interactions and just the exchanging of words between Bray and Alexa will be amazing for sure. Are you excited for this storyline to see where all this goes between Alexa Bliss, Bray Wyatt, and now this new Lily character? Sure, we are, but we are a bit disappointed with how fast this entire breakup went down. Nothing's wrong with what Alexa Bliss said and what's going on right now, but it would have been nice to see a proper build-up and hints towards their breakup. But rather than slowly build up to the breakup, WWE decided to go down the shock value route and just have the breakup happen out of nowhere for the shock element and the shock factor. That's where things get a little bit off for the storyline. It would have been nice to really see Bray and Alexa get more time on screen together, especially since they haven't been on screen together since November. Just a few more weeks of seeing them reunite. They seemed happy as ever, and then we could slowly start to see little hints of tension growing between the two of them. Alexa drifting away, and then that would have led us to where we're at today. For you to fully destroy Alexa Bliss and The Fiend's entire relationship within seconds, with no real build-up to a breakup, was a weird move. That's why it left so many fans confused and being so negative towards the storyline, because it really makes the casual fan say, wait, what just happened? What's going on? Yeah, you get your shock element that they were likely going after, but you can cause mass confusion because there was nothing leading up to it or hinting at their breakup. So it just had everyone questioning what happened. So the breakup isn't a bad thing. It just would have been nice to have a few weeks of Bray and Alexa together again before we got to the breakup point. But what are your thoughts on the direction for this storyline right now? Leave your comments. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.